and welcome to the channel. So tonight is a special stream because we are going to talk about Decod3rs and like our upcoming mint to give you a little bit more details about it. And yeah, to do this stream correctly, I need some help. So Jass is with me tonight. From the team, and yeah, we're gonna chit chat for around an hour to give you all of the details about the mint. But so yeah, like I'm presume like everyone here in the chat and in the comments are like gonna be like Decod3rs members and like community members, so they already know what the project is all about. But if you are just watching this stream and you want to know more about Decod3rs, let me just quickly recap what we are doing on this channel. So basically, we are the first community and decentralized YouTube channel, and the goal is to align the financial incentive between content creators and their community. And to do that, it's pretty simple. For every video that you're watching on this channel, you will get rewarded on it. We are going to raffle the thumbnails and or even like distribute them via our partner Elio Play. And if you have the NFT, you will get the ownership of the video and a portion of its revenue. And basically, by doing that, we are aligning financial incentive, and you get rewarded by just watching a couple of videos. So the best thing you can do right now is to subscribe to the channel if it's not done. Join our Discord so we can give you the roles that will give you access to the whitelist and our mint. And yeah, that's it. Let's talk about everything about the mint. And yeah, for that, let's welcome Jass on stream. What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight?
Looks like they're all joining a cool stream, man. Like, yeah, we got some people in.
Yeah, we're hyped. We're hyped, man. It's been a great week for Decod3rs. Cool. You know, we're just out here. We love having you guys all with us. Got a lot of new faces that joined the community this week, so we're super stoked to come out here and let you know who we are, what we're doing, and move this journey forward.
Exactly, man. Yeah, like man, yeah, definitely. Like we took like double the size of the channel in terms of subscribers just because some nice people share like the channel in like the Alpha Calls group. It was a good week.
Yeah, it was a busy day the other day. We had about 1,200 people flood into our Discord, all from just some people sharing the alpha and some chats. You know, we set up collabs with Atlas. I think we are the first project on Atlas 3. Is that correct, Vince? If I remember right?
That's what the first ever project listed on Atlas 3. Yes.
Yeah. Let's go. So we were the first project on Atlas, and now it's bringing us all these people, man. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, that was definitely cool. And yeah, so you ask about like mint details. Let's give you some mint detail stuff. That's gonna be like the main topic of the channel. It's gonna be cool. Yeah, and if you have any question, like please yeah, let us know in the live chat so we can like directly interact with you and like answer your question. But yeah, do we want to talk about anything else before to let just like the people flowing in before that?
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, I'm also monitoring the Discord, guys. So if you can't see the YouTube chat and you're watching us, just hop in the Discord. We made a channel called AMA, or just ping me in the general chat anywhere, and we'll go ahead and we'll answer any questions you guys have. You know, we might not answer right away, but I'll put it in queue with some questions. And we'll make sure everybody's heard, you know, everything that we're doing here. Because like I said, we're doing something that's totally different. This is not your normal copy and paste project. You know, we got something fresh here. So we're excited to, like, you know, expand this with y'all.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like, yeah, let's get straight to the point, right? Like, so basically it's gonna be pretty simple. Like the mint will be based on the number of subscribers on this channel. So by doing that, we are going to align again like the discoverability of the channel with like the number of the NFT that we are going to produce and yeah, give you basically. And so like the top supply will be like 15,000. But we are going to launch by batches, and the free batch will be a free mint. So 1,000 people are OGs on the server, they will receive NFT that will be a free NFT that you will see. It's just basically your whitelist for free mint, and this free mint, this free NFT will be a token that you're going to use in every batches. So in every batches, we will have 4 batches. You will have 1,000 free mint. So if you have this token, you will have free mint 4 times. So there is that. And like the first threshold is at 1,000. The second threshold is at 3,000. The third one is at 6,000, and the 12 is at the last one. The fourth one is at 12,000, right? If I'm not mistaken, let me just check. Yes, that's exactly that. So that's the subscribers threshold. So when we will be at 12,000 subscribers, we will have minted the whole collection. Probably gonna take some time to get there, but we have a couple of months to reach this max supply, because obviously the market is like saturated, can take like a 10,000 collection right away. But yeah, I believe, like we believe that by doing that by batches and over like multiple weeks / months, depending on how fast we are to get these 12,000 subscribers, then we should be able to absorb like that quantity of NFT, but that supply, but also being able to make enough noise on Twitter, because we will have a lot of holders. So that's basically what we want to achieve. And yeah, like for every OG on the server, like you basically have like 4 NFTs, free NFTs, basically, if I summarized everything correctly.
Yeah, and most people here might be thinking, "Oh, that's a big supply," but you know, you got to understand what we're trying to achieve here. The supply really, it's only going to benefit the early comers. So everybody that's here now, you guys, every time we do a batch, you're going to get a free NFT if you're an OG. And on top of that, you're also here already watching and earning rewards, which is only going to benefit you later, because you're already gaining into the watch to earn meta that we're implying here. So you're really early. So anybody that's in this room right now, I mean, honestly, no matter where we go, you guys are going to be rewarded, benefiting, and are going to just be ahead of everybody else that joins later. So congrats on being here so early. And like I said, that OG role, yeah, we might purge some people, because when we do our app, yeah, you know, if people have unsubbed or if they're not active, we'll see it on the app when they go ahead and they put their, you know, while information in and everything. So some OGs might open up. We might, you know, we're giving some away here and there. So you still have a chance to get it if you don't have it. But for those, like I said, that got here very early and they have the OG, you're just going to be constantly rewarded throughout each mint. And again, don't look at the number. You know, like I said, a lot of people see big batches and they think, hey, you know, that's a lot of NFTs, but it's not going to happen overnight. You know, we're not talking like tomorrow we're going to have 15,000 NFTs out there. You know, this project's going to continue to grow, and it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And as we grow, you'll see more NFTs come out. And like, again, everybody that's here and anybody that's minted in the prior batches is only going to be rewarded in the next batch.
Exactly. Yeah, like again, like it's gonna be aligned with like the success of the channel. So if tomorrow we have like 50,000 like subscribers, like having that amount of people that want to mint our collection, that will be good for floor price, volume, etc., etc. And you have like the actual numbers of like people who are really interested by the project, because even on crypto, like on Web3 in crypto, like YouTube is not really like the main place to be for that kind of like industry, right? At least right now, and that's why we are also in, because there is like a lot of opportunities and market share to take here, and like again, like having that number of subscribers on YouTube means more, because even like it's personal account, it could be personal account. I mean, you can do like a Web3 YouTube account, but whatever. It's something like more personal, like it's more action, more friction, etc. So if you are on YouTube, you really want to see what the channel is all about. And that's also one of the theses, or why we want to align the number of subscribers with the number of people that we're going to mint our shit.
And so before we, I see in the chat, before the chat moves it away, there's a question in there from Daily Update. Vince, maybe you want to field this. They're asking us how long we've been working on this project. I mean, I could just say that the idea for this project came, I want to say sometime last summer. Vince brought it to myself, Risha, and Ryan, the Epiphany. We've all been working together in this space for a while. And I think we launched the Discord in like August as a private server. And that's how, like some of our closest friends joined the server with us, and we kind of bounced ideas off of them and kind of set up the idea of what we wanted to really lay out. And we got the work, and we started, working on the channel, working on some content. Vince started aligning some like people to have on the channel through connections. And then, I think our main video went, what was the, I think it was the beginning of December. Yeah, the end of December to the beginning of January, we launched with our first video, and we just, started it out to see what was going on. And, I think we're doing very well for the first 2-3 months of being, out there. Maybe I missed anything, Vince? Did I
thanks to the last week, but like basically we need that kind of alpha group like every week, and then we're gonna mint the full batches of 50,000 in next month.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this project's for everybody. Like, we're not here to make money for ourselves. Like, if this works, everybody, this channel is everybody's. This YouTube channel, it's all for you. It's gonna benefit the viewers, and it's gonna benefit the content creators. So we're here for the space. This is not just so much like, hey, let's get into a project, let's mint a bunch of NFTs, and let's make a bunch of money. Yeah, of course, everybody wants to make money. Yeah, the business model's there, but we also want to try something that's not just a copy and paste, and that's going to benefit the space as a whole. I love education in the space, and it's something I've always done. And, Vince loves to talk to different founders, and like he's been a dev for a long time. So like he used to do some dev shows that were really interesting where, devs would get together and they would talk, and, it kind of made an idea like, hey, let's do this on a live channel, and let's do education. Let's talk to other founders. Let's talk about the space. Let's better the whole space. Like, let's get everybody together. Forget all this toxicity, So it's kind of like the vision here. And I think I hope everybody understands that, that this is for everybody. This is for all of us. This is not just for us and the team to, get wealthy or anything. This is for all of us to move forward together as one whole community of NFT space. And it could be any chain. It doesn't have to necessarily be Sol,
And it will not be only Sol, by the way, alpha stuff, but I'm going to Polygon, I'm going to ETH, so channel is going to Polygon, channel is going to ETH, and we're gonna reward early people too, right? So yeah, if we airdrop you something, keep it long term, guys.
So let's talk about so we're talking about the batches, and we're talking about the time frame, based off of like how, as we grow, of course, as we get more subs on the channel, we can launch more of the collection. So based off of that, let me just look over here and see if there's any questions. We did have some questions about the total supply, the mint price. Do you want to talk a little bit about what the price may be for the first batch when we do launch the first batch, or is that something that I don't think we really can lock in a definitive price right now, because
it's not like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, we could just tell you that right now we're trying to get the art right. We want to make sure that we have a very unique artwork. That's not just like, oh, this looks like this project, this looks like that project. We want something unique for you guys, and we want something unique for the space. So until it's exactly right, and it's coming along very well, I think it's going to be hard for us to say we're going to mint on this date. Do you want to touch a little base on that, Vince?
Yeah, about like the mint date, like honestly, we have time. Like we're not minting until the art is like pristine shit, and like after the reveal and stuff, like you're gonna be pretty excited about it, I think, because if I was like just a holder, I would be fucking pretty excited about the art. And we can talk a little bit about that, because like after, like, because people ask about it. But like about the dates, we have time. Like, we don't need the money, we're just like building the content. We can execute without any mint out anywhere, so it's cool. We will get out when it's gonna be ready. For the price, it's not defined yet, but okay, I'm not going to say anything about the price. It's not gonna be 10 Sol.
No, it's gonna be fair to the
Yeah, exactly.
of course the market. It's not gonna be a crazy mint. We're not talking like a 15 sold mint, of course. You know,
Yeah,
we want stuff to sell out in batches. We want to make
yeah,
sure the holders get their holders, and we want some hype. So you know, it's
yeah.
always going to be affordable. It's
But
not going to be anything crazy.
and it can't be like too cheap neither, because then it's harder for the project like to get over like 1 sold, 2 sold, 3 sold floor price. So if it's too cheap, then like your NFT perceived value is too low too, and it's getting harder. So it's not gonna be a half a soul mint. It's not gonna be a 10 soul mint. There is some range between that. Just Evan, like, tell us in the live chat what would be a fair price for a new upcoming NFT in those market conditions. That could be interesting. Who's doing the art? Yes, I can drop you that the mint, the Instagram of Soru, so you can see. Is that gonna work from OBS, or should I go to YouTube?
And
Wait.
now her art is you know, it's her Instagram's not the most updated,
Yes.
but
Okay. Cool.
it kind of gives you an idea of the style.
Yeah.
And I will say that our art doesn't look exactly like anything on that page, so you're gonna totally not get a grasp of what's going on. But at least you can see the caliber of artist, and the detail that the artist has in a lot
Yeah.
of the things that she does. I'm blown away by some of the art stuff that I've seen and some of the stuff we worked on with the artist so far. And if most of you know me, you know I love good art. And you know, and like Joey mentioned, he asked about Peter. Peter was a great artist for one of the other projects we were in. But yeah, it's unique. Definitely a unique style,
Yeah.
and very well cared for, in the sense that you could see the pride of the artist in the work, which I
Yeah.
love.
Madison, about like the when can we expect a sneak peek? You're gonna have like the art reveal that will go viral. That's what I want to tell you. It's gonna be a mix between like validating your whitelist and your role on YouTube and the subscription, and yeah, Twitter virality that we all need to see a good. Yeah, a good couple of tweets that going away. Okay, I can tell you that I was a fan of like the youth list, so that's it. That's
You wanna touch base there, Bear Hug Radio. Great to see you in the chat. Love the
yes.
support. As always, man, you're always here for all the shows, man. Much love to you. But he's asking, are some of the NFTs going to be thumbnails? Do you want to touch base on that a little bit? Because it kind of goes into the raffle system we're going to have later, and some of the monetizations to where the viewers can earn money from the videos.
Yes. Okay. So so I can even give you like the whole concept idea before we start working with Elio. So so initially my first pitch, like I want to have like the thumbnail of each videos and each streams that Twitch recap, stream recap for like to go to one raffle winner. But by doing that, we only giving like ROI, like return on investment, like randomly to one guy out of the communities, right? So people not going to expect a lot of like rev shares, like ROI out of that. So like the best way to do it is like to first using Elio, and then make sure like everyone who participate into the stream and watching a video are getting like the thumbnail that represent the fact that they watched this video. And then we can have a leaderboard based on the how many thumbnail you have collected so far. So we can do like raffles about for the top, like a bit like what we have done like with Westlanders, right? Like a raffle or even auction for the like only for the top 100, the top 10, the top 50. So on a weekly basis, monthly basis. So that's for like everyone, but also what we're going to do is like to take 30% of the sponsorship and like revenue of the channel, and instead of distributing it like directly to a couple of people, we are going to buy back our token, so it will add buying pressure to it, and everyone, by definition, everyone will benefit from it, because for every NFT that you have from the collection, you will get a token, like you know, like 2 token a day, 3 token a day, whatever. Like the number is not like defined 100%. We still need to do some calculation, but yeah, like again, like buying pressure for our side, buying pressure for the market, buying pressure for the utility of like the SPL token that we will have, etc., etc. So that's how you will get your ROI out of like the watch to earn meta. And yeah, I think that's it. Is that clear? Was it clear?
Yeah. So also just so you guys are aware, again, the people that are early, once we mint out the first collection, you guys are going to be staking for views. Views is our token. And what's that it's going to do is allow you guys to bid on raffles. Now, let's just say, for example, we have someone like Frank from Decod3rs on, and we get huge hype on the channel, and that video gets so many views. Now, imagine if we have a raffle for that video, and for all the money that it makes once the channel is monetized, and including the ad affiliation plus all the marketing that we have, because, you know, we're doing deals like you guys saw with Acid Dash. We have deals in play with some projects. We've already partnered with a famous Fox Federation, where they'll sponsor some videos, and they'll give us money for having ads on the videos and stuff like that. All of that is going to go into these holders that win these raffles. So imagine if you win that raffle for that video, and then you can get a piece of that video pretty much for the life of the video. So as long as it's on YouTube and it's making money, as long as you own that thumbnail of that video, you won it. So now you can make money off of it. So whoever's holding that thumbnail from that raffle is going to make a piece of that money. And again, the money that's made on the channel, not only is it going to holders like that, it's also going to be coming back into the channel to then be recirculated to the holders in other ways too. So there's a lot of ways that it's benefiting. Like I said, this channel is mostly, we're trying to do this for everybody. Like all of you as holders and viewers will benefit, just like the content creators we're working with will benefit from you guys watching their content and their content being on our channel. So it's all a helping hand for one another. And again, it's in the ecosystem of NFTs, and we all want to see this NFT space grow, and we can all be able to help each other by doing so. You know, it's a great concept that we're trying here, and I hope that it's making sense, because it is new. This has not been done before, nothing that I'm aware of. I've never seen anybody try to do a watch to earn and to enable the viewers to make a piece of the pie along with the content creators and the whole project in a whole.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, okay, I can show you, like, just you're not going to see it on your screen, but like on the YouTube replay, like if I display that kind of banner, this one is like for Blocksmith Lab, and we are chilling like the Atlas 3. So we are going to have more and more streams with that kind of advertising. And by doing so, then like project will pay us to do that when we will have like a lot of when it's going to be worth it for them too, right? So we will have Acid Dash, Helio, Blocksmith, Famous Fox, etc., etc. So you can see like the advantage of like having access to that distribution for them, but also for us, because we're building like strong partnership between our collection, which is basically cross-chain, cross-project. So it's basically a meta project, right? Like it's a project to rule them all. But like we can offer like a distribution for all of them all at once on one channel and one like content creation machine that could be pretty powerful. And all along the way, you as the holders, you will have like your bag growing up, hopefully, because we are going to do some numbers. Right now it's just the beginning, but like in a couple of months, we're gonna get to 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, and all of you are going to like demonstrate, and like we will be able to use those numbers to like sell even more products, like, and advertise all of that. But also, like always, around like Web3 and post-mint project that have proved themselves. I don't want to do like any idea or like advertising for that kind of pre-mint project and shit that I don't know. If I don't know you, I'm not going to advertise you on the channel. If I don't use your product, I'm not going to advertise you on the channel. I need to make sure like everything that we are doing is like clean and like I really don't want to promote any drugs. So the best way to do that is working with other project. Right now we're working with like Famous, Blocksmith, Asset Dash, etc. All of that partners are fucking top tier collection and project. We are going to continue to do that, and you are all going to benefit from it.
Yeah,
Great concept.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Did you see something you want to answer?
Yeah, so Madison, so the token, it will be a definite supply for the views. Yes, it's gonna be 21 million because, thank you, Bitcoin. We'll have halving, probably aligned with the number of subscribers that we have on this channel. So at the beginning of the collection, like at the beginning of the stacking, you will get, let's say, okay, 5 tokens per day. And when we're gonna get to 10,000 subscribers, you will get like 3,000. When we get to 15, etc., etc. And so it will be like not deflationary, but like a reduced, like the slowing down like the emission. But right now, as it is right now, it's not announced yet, but the way it is defined on the doc is like 21 million max supply, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's kind of touch base. I'm looking at. We had a very nice thought out question dropped in AMA with like 10 points of interest, and we kind of touched base on the they said that, don't really need a partnership announcement or any of the collabs, because when you guys first came in the server, I'm sure you saw some people. We have done shows with for example, Alex, the founder of Blocksmith Labs. We've already done a show with him. We've had Kevin from Decods on, so we got a lot of Decod community that's involved. We've had shows with the Monkey DAO from Solana Monkey Business, so we've had a lot of them in here. So you'll see a lot of people in our community that you see out on Twitter and you see in these other communities. So we've already, and this is all, like I said, it's not that we did collabs with them, it's just that we've networked with them. We've known these people because we've been in those communities as holders, and we just have developed these relationships. And these people saw the idea that we have and we present it, and they're like, yeah, we want to be a part of that. That's cool. Like, let's jump on board. So to see these founders, like people like Kevin from Decods and Alex from Blocksmith Labs, and we're just super blessed. And Drax from Famous Fox, he's been on the show twice already. It's just awesome to see that these founders that are leading these blue chips out here that everybody's striving to own, really digging into what Decod3rs is trying to do for the whole space. So when it comes to collabs and partnerships, like, we have the community behind us. We have, the people that actually are making decisions in the communities now that are shaping the NFT space. So it's just awesome. We had Carlos from Jelly on, for example, and if you guys aren't familiar with what's going on with Jelly, that project's just taken over. I mean, they're just into so many things. They're cross chaining the poly. So it's really cool to like have that kind of like backing already, and not need to like go out and say, hey guys, we got this new project, this is what it is, and shill it to them. We didn't need to do any of that. So in the future, you're going to see these people come back through the show. You're going to see people from these projects that are going to continue to be part of it. And as you see, we've had some partnerships already with like Acid Dash, Blocksmith Labs, Famous Fox Federation, and they're going to help bring income to us because they're gonna support it by doing ads and stuff like that. So it's it's amazing. So on the terms of collabs and partnerships, I mean, we're for being as early as we are, we have some great collabs. Like, I'm excited. Like, I can barely talk about it because I'm so excited, because these are people I've looked up to. I've owned Famous Fox in the beginning. I've owned Decods. I've owned, what I mean? So like, to see these founders come on and just be excited about our project, it's awesome. It's just awesome to see. So maybe we should switch it over and we'll start talking about some of the apps that you're developing for the program, and like how that's going to affect how everything integrates.
And 1%. Okay, so like the main application that we have built like before even starting the videos like at the end of the last year is like a centralized version. Like, okay, basically I want you to be able to see the growth of the channel with like the real KPIs. So right now we have the app that display basically the YouTube dashboard, but you will see the numbers of the channel by yourself. So you will see like the analytics of the channel, like you will see like the videos that will be in the raffle playlist that, and the number of views, number of comments, etc. You can see a leaderboard that will be based, right now it's based on the comments that everyone is putting under each videos. It will probably change because now I can use Helio data to keep calculating that, and then also check like how many NFT you have from our show, etc., etc. So that will evolve like in a V1 basically, which is like a V0 right now. And also, okay, alpha, like I can give you some alpha. Like this app will be also used for the art reveal because you are going to claim your role again to verify it that you are properly connected with YouTube, etc. And with one button, it's gonna happen like some cool stuff. It's gonna explode left and right on Twitter and on Discord. It's gonna be fantastic. But yeah, I have to spend some hours on development. I can't because I'm always on stream now. But I still have like a couple of the updates to do for that, and I'm waiting for the arts like to have more trade validated and like to look a little bit better. But yeah, it's coming up soon. So again, like Q2 is like our date to mint. It's gonna be early Q2, probably April. Yeah, no, she's off like 2 weeks. So yeah, April, May. Probably May. Yeah, May. Probably May. Like gonna have some cool stuff happening May.
And just so you guys know, Vince over here is an amazing developer, and that's how I met him. You know, he's developed some really cool stuff over the last year that I've seen him do. He's built a lot of like really cool websites. If you guys didn't know, if you haven't watched any of the videos, Vince is a day one Decod whale. We'll call him a little whale.
Yeah.
He does own a lot. So he's built a lot of cool stuff for like Degod's communities. Like he built you know, a website that just any Decod holder that had a collection, he built a website that then allowed you to see every collection that was built by another Decod holder. So it's really cool. He also built the halving site that they use to count down the halving on Dust. So he's really cool with developing stuff, and he does it so easily. So I'm very interested to see this app when it's completed and everything that we can do with it within the community. And then while we're talking about apps, you want to maybe touch a base a little bit about Helio? I do see a lot of people are not understanding. Links, yes. Yeah, like it's something new that we're trying, and we're working with them together. So this is an actual, like, so to say, an experiment that they're actually partnered with us to make this work. So maybe Vince, you could touch a little bit on that, since a lot of people are asking about it.
Okay, so Helio is like pushing like a Helio Play tool. It's basically a paywall for streams and like videos on YouTube, but also Twitch, etc. We're going to use it on YouTube first. So what's happening on the Helio link is you connect your wallet, and then you have access to the stream by itself. So right now I put those stream in public because we need those watch hours, and those watch hours need to be in public stream. So that's why it's like still public. But you can imagine that we can have streams and like exclusive interview, or like even like a interview like 2-3 days before. For example, like holders that have more than 20 decoders, and I can give them an interview one-to-one with like Frank, for example, or like Drax, and those close group will have access to one top tier like a guest for 1 hour. That's valuable. And like doing that with like Helio allow us to first connect the your Discord and attach your wallet. So, and by doing that, we can again airdrop something to you at the end of the stream. Right now, it's not in place. Like the Helio team still need to develop some of the features required for that. But again, what we have is like the video embedding behind like a Helio paywall. You pay like a small fees. Right now it's installed. It will be in views as soon as you can stake your decoders. And yeah, again, by doing that, we're adding like more utility, more exclusive content for like the big boys in the group on the server. And yeah, that's it. Like it's basically a Web3 paywall. And by doing that, we're adding more utility to our whole ecosystem, and we can provide more value to more people that help us like grow this collection.
Nice. And I'm looking through the questions here. I see something from Madison here asking about a pool with the token.
Yes.
So I just want to touch on that a little bit. You know, when we do tokens in any project, you got to be very careful with liquidity pools because one, they'll get drained immediately if people don't understand the value of what the project is and everything like that. So to launch it with a pool just is never good because then too you have to worry about your different kinds of regulations and stuff. So it's very important that you build it as a utility token and then you provide value to the token. And great examples of that, we can use Dust, we can use Jelly. Both of those tokens never had a liquidity pool. The liquidity came from the demand and the use case of the token, where holders valued the token and needed to use that token to whether it be to buy things or to upgrade things in the collection or to use for different things. So the importance is we have a small collection, we have a small demand, like there's only 21 million, should I say supply? I apologize. And the important thing is that we build a adequate utility that causes demand where people want that token, whether it be through the raffles to win some of the monetization of the channel, or whether it be, yes, Forge is another one I see that in the chat, another great token to use as an example with no liquidity behind it. Build that demand. And, you know, with our collection, this might be a little bit of alpha that maybe Vincent want to talk about, but there may be a possibility that the tokens are used to upgrade your NFT in some way. I will say that. And of course, when that happens, you're going to have to use your token to then afford these upgrades. So that's going to put some pressure on the token where people are going to want to use it to upgrade their NFTs and stuff like that. So just to touch base on liquidity pools, you know, it's very tough when you launch a project with a token. You want to build a strong utility token, and hopefully the community finds the need for that token to the point that they build the liquidity pool from trading it personally. It might start on FFF as like just people selling it and people buying it to the point that it becomes a higher demand. That's exactly what happened with like tokens like Dust and Jelly. It came to a point that people had so much of it that they opened their own liquidity pool and put the liquidity there for people, and it didn't get drained because the pressure was there. So hopefully that makes some sense to you. And it's, you know, we've been a few projects and we've built out some things. So, you know, it's important that that token has the right utility before you even try to put any kind of liquidity pool behind it. And it's just never, I just think it's never wise for a project to put the liquidity behind it, because you see those tokens will get drained so fast.
Yeah, that's what basically happened with like Hades and stuff. But like, you also need like to have like decentralized pool to be like to have the monetary value on CoinGecko and listed on CoinGecko, for example. So at some point we will be like and like soon-ish, like we also need to prepare that as soon as possible, because yeah, again, so you have the listing price, etc. But like the right way to do it is to have like a DAO around your token. So then you have like community members that participate into the pool and like also like can do like a proper DAO, like not just a fucking group chat of words, or like making proposal about like how to initiate that pool. That's gonna be my job, like to make sure like we're doing that properly. But yeah, like I want you to be able to calculate how many SOL you are making every day by holding a shit ton of decoders. So yeah, it's not gonna happen tomorrow, next week, or next week, but like it can happen like still pretty fast, and like the liquidity can like also be allocated from the mint itself. So yeah, we need to fine tune all of the details and like to make sure everything is on schedule and we have like enough liquidity to like make sure like, yeah, again, like not everyone can drain the pool right away, but like if the token is like also like not emitted by a lot, but we allocate like I don't know, like 100,000 token in the pool, and then we have like only 1,000 circulation supply, then they can drain it. Like I will work with like Ash from Divine Dogs to make sure like we do that properly. But yeah, if you expect like some, I shouldn't say that, but like it's gonna be cool. Okay, no, I'm not saying it. Good, some numbers like because again, like we know that what you expect because we are NFT holders too. So we all want to make money. We all want like to get some like passive income. Okay, I said passive income from our NFT and shit. Like I love to have liquidity when I adjust all my NFT. That's what I love to do. So you can expect Decod3rs to generate some of that for you too. Just mental shit and like get as many whitelists you can do, and like again, I will make this fucking project the best that we can, and it's gonna be so cool. Again, it's gonna be like the well dream of project, because I know exactly what you want. I know what the big boys want, and we control what we build, so we can do what the fuck we want to be the most happening to everyone while having like a understanding of the industry and like pushing into like the right content creation machine space that we can do. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be like, I'm really excited by Decod3rs. It's so nice, man.
Yeah. So maybe with that said, I have seen some questions, Vince, where people are asking a little bit about the team, about the artist, of course, and the art direction. Like where, let's maybe start there. Let's talk about where was the direction from the art? Like what inspired?
Yes.
Because a lot of the art was inspired by Vince's ideas along with the artist's because Vince found the artist based off the idea he has for this project. So once he found the right artist, then it was awesome in the beginning to watch them talk about what hey, can you try this, hey, let's try this. And we also have Ryan on the team, who's such an amazing graphics artist and UI, and he does a lot of our back end stuff. Like to see the three of these people talk about the art and like the direction and like what they should try and do. Maybe you could touch base a little bit about the inspiration behind the art and what was the vision that you saw. And it might be a little bit of an alpha leak to kind of give you guys an idea based off of seeing some of the artists' work and maybe some of the inspiration that you're going to talk about right here to where the art's heading.
So okay, so like and first of all, like people are on Helio, like if you want to join us on the chat, like just click on the title of the video and you will be redirected to the YouTube stream. And also like there is the I just dropped like the link of the stream on YouTube, so you can just just join if you are like here at block for whatever reason on Helio. I don't have time to check that. Okay, so about the art. Man, like everyone in the NFT land are talking and saying like, yeah, you have to have nice art, etc. The first thing I imagine when you tell me about art, it's a fucking painting. So I want to see a PFP that is basically a painting, like an art portrait, like that you can find in a fucking museum. I want to see that. So that's why then like you can see that the Soru Instagram match that requirement. And it's really, honestly, it's fucking hard like to have a nice like PFP painted, because then like the whole layering and stuff, like it's kind of tricky. So we are keeping that vibe with like some brushes on like the PFP, etc. But yeah, again, like we are like that was like the inspiration in terms of like artistic direction. And honestly, like that's almost like the only requirement that I gave her, because I just want the artist to do some art. So like I want her to have her freedom and like create the best thing that she can, and then we can like update layers and like change straight, etc. If it doesn't match like the NFT culture or some shit like that. But like the artist is going to like it's like when you want to build a house and you start to choose what you want in your house. Like you don't do that, just let the architect work, and then you can give your own ideas if you want afterward. But like just let them work, and then you can see what they can do better than you anyway. So okay, that's like the only requirement that I gave her, almost. And in terms of more inspiration of what we can find on the market, obviously, youths, fucking clean PFP, not a lot of attributes, so you can expect that in our collection. No rarity, like all of the traits will be equal, so then the community will decide which trait are better than the other, and like will define like a better rarity on I don't know, one hat, one t-shirt, whatever. Same concept, kind of like, okay, so what I want to do is like to represent content creators on the PFP2. So for example, on one of the traits is like a t-shirt, and you have like the Decod3rs logo. And basically we are going to collaborate with Blocksmith to using the API and the infrastructure to swap trait. So for example, for that Decod3rs t-shirt, I want to, couple of weeks after, couple of months after like the mint, I want to release trade packs where you can have like a clothes or jersey trade pack, when you can have like a hat like Jass has right now with like a Decod3rs logo, but on your NFT. And it's gonna be, you can swap the Decod3rs logo to a clothes logo or jersey logo or whatever, like you can, his collection, I forgot the name of the collection, the central or whatever, like the branding it with like the content creators that you like the most. And yeah, like, but the goal is for them like to wear this PFP like with their own branding, etc. But you know that's the Decod3rs art. So now imagine all of the content creators that are currently on Twitter, and they will wear their PFP, like the Decod3rs PFP, with their own branding. And by doing that, at the end of the day, we are going to have an army of content creators that will rip off their own branding via Decod3rs. And everyone will know exactly what a Decod3rs PFP looks like. So they will see it everywhere. And instead of, yeah, like having like, I don't know, like, yeah, this 15,000 PFP collection, we will have like way more impact because they will be distributed by content creators community everywhere on Twitter. So there is that. And also one of the features like we want to implement right out of the gate, like we want to swap like male and female. A lot of collections are doing that. They have both. We just want to do it like the Blocksmith way, where you can swap male, female, where you basically swap the same trait, male version to female. So it's more like it's more appealing to people, because the goal is like to have that PFP basically your social avatar everywhere you go. So to do that, it's gonna be, yeah, like a human looks like stuff, male, female. You can swap your traits. You can build your own NFT basically, and on a regular basis, we are going to draw more traits that we are going to drop for you to buy with like views token, and like swap them again by using views token. And yeah, and that's it. I said a lot.
No, that's good. I love, what I love about Vince, if you guys haven't heard yet, he's got a he's French, so he's got a little bit of a broken accent. So when he gets passionate about things, I love how his words come out. He gets a little his accent, as I say, I love it. And we love getting Vince pumped up, because I love to hear him like get super pumped, and he's like, let's fucking go. Yeah, so I love the energy that Vince has. And let's segue this part into, maybe we'll talk a little bit about the team. Some of you guys don't know who we are. You've just found us yesterday or the day before. So I just want to, kind of segue into the team. The artist is somebody that's new to the team. It's somebody that Vince went out and sought after, based off of the art ideas that he had. And I just want to talk about Ryan because we were talking about the branding and everything. Ryan is a master of branding. If you guys haven't seen Ryan in the chat, he's been a little busy because he does have a regular job and a family, so he's a little busy during the day. But you'll see him at nighttime. But he's always working behind the scenes for the project. He's always working on something, whether it be the branding, the designs, just how the graphics are on the website and how it can be better. How there could be a glare on something, getting that glare out. Like he's a mastermind with anything UI, graphic design. He's got 25 years, I'd say, roughly in Web 2 in this field. So he's an absolute pro at it. So it's a blessing to have him on our team. We've been working with Ryan in other projects for a long time. And just seeing him grow, just like I said, again, the branding, it's just a specialty. And then I'll touch base on our other teammate, Risha. You might not have met him yet. He's also been a little busy with real life, but he's another person on the team that works as a dev on the back. He's also a very good community guy, very good at helping. I've worked with him in so many projects building communities. He is such a blessing to work with. He knows his stuff about blockchain. He's like a detective when it comes to looking in the projects and making sure that everybody's safe. He's also one of those people that will go out of his way to help someone beyond the time that you should take to help somebody. So another blessing to have on our team. Super intelligent, and like I said, he's going to be doing some dev work to help Vince out on the back end when it comes to the minting time, probably with the candy machine, stuff like that. Am I correct with that, Vince, saying that? Yeah. So and then I'm gonna let Vince talk about himself a little bit, maybe introduce our other teammate Vipiphany to you, because Vince and Vipiphany, they have a great relationship. So I want to hear Vince tell you about her on our team, and then I'll come back to myself afterwards and tell you a little bit about myself.
So I met Vipip in the previous project, and basically the first message she put in general was like a joke or something like that. I don't even remember, but that was a personal attack almost. And I knew she was something cool. And now, Vipif is doing all of the collabs for Decod3rs, getting guests and stuff like that. Also my proofreading, because my script are kind of shit sometimes, and I need some make sure everything is as English as possible before I changing back to my broken English when I film the video. So that's something, that's a workflow. But co-hosting, proofreading, finding the guests too, bringing some again, collaboration on space and shit like that. With what, me? No, you, exactly. And great people. Again, for everyone who doesn't know, we basically know each other since last year when I was working for another a project that we attempt basically for Westlanders. Unfortunately, we didn't successfully launch this one. We end up getting bought by another project that Carlos is also close to it, so that was kind of cool for the holders. And so now that we can focus on Decod3rs, but we basically work together since a year. And that's it. And about me, man, I'm fucking cool. That's all I have to say, man. I'm fucking cool.
How about you tell me a little bit about your dev experience besides you being cool?
So it's I've been a dev for the last 10 years for small startup. Always worked with join a startup when they needed a dev. So a lot of time I was co-founder / CTO. And that lasted for 10 years. And last year I sold my company that I again joined, and for the last 6 years I worked on. We got bought by a US company in March last year. Worked for them for the transition for the next 6 months, and in September I was done. Take some cash, and then I can pay for myself for the next couple of years, and then launch Decod3rs and make it a sustainable business and send that shit to the fucking moon, bro. What
And
about you, man?
as for myself, I've been very blessed in life to, not having to worry about anything. So I got into Web3 about a year and a half ago. No experience whatsoever into NFTs. I come from traditional stock trading, and I moved into crypto trading. I worked as a musician in real life, a songwriter, and like I said, I've been super blessed in life that I don't have to worry about showing up for work every day. I can live my life, and now I'm full time in Web3. But my strength in Web3 has been always community building. I'm very good at building communities. I've worked as advisors for a lot of projects and helped build them through Mint. Have helped projects pivot in Mints. I've always been good at observation. I've been great at just looking at markets and just studying the market, knowing where we need to turn, which way we should go, and helping projects that are struggling, that didn't have the potential, they failed to min out. How do we rebound? How do we get this? I'm very good at problem solving and stuff like that. So bringing that stuff to the team, along with, like I said, I build communities. That's one thing I'm good at. You guys will see I am extremely active. I am in the chat all day long. I will always be around. I will always be answering people. It's just part of community. If you build a strong community in any project, that project will always be a strong project. And a lot of people undervalue community. Community is one of the biggest utilities in any project. Any successful NFT project out there is going to have a strong utility. And if you can find me a project that is successful but doesn't have a strong utility, I don't think it exists. Community. So to me, it's very important that we build a community. And it's awesome to have someone like Vipiphany as well, because Vipiphany is very good at building communities and bringing people together. And she does a lot of space hosting and networks and stuff like that. So it's important that we have people like this to build the community together, while we have people like Vin's locked in the basement building apps and working on stuff. And we have Risha and Ryan in the background working on other stuff. So again, I like to educate as well. Education is another thing that I love. And if you guys haven't been to the channel yet, we also have been trying to do a lot of different educational stuff. We actually do a DeFi space once a month with our friends over at Divine Dogs and Ash. And we actually have a weekly spaces with them where we talk DeFi, which is really cool if you don't know anything about DeFi. But, that's pretty much my background. Like I said, I'm just here to make sure everybody's doing well and try to help everybody improve their life, because that just makes me happy. So
yeah, exactly. And like okay, I forgot what I wanted to say, but it was freaking cool too.
You were just gonna say that I'm cooler than you. I think that's what you were gonna say.
Yes, I can say that, bro. I can say that. Oh yeah. So you minted like how many? Like 200 Westlanders?
Yeah, so we can touch about that. The first time I ever met Vince, I minted his project Wastelanders, and I minted 150, and it was fun because it was it was my first experience with a community where I was like, yo, this is cool. Like, is this what NFTs are about? Like, we're hanging out, we're live in spaces, we're minting NFTs, we're having a great time, and everybody's bullish. This was back when the Soul space was, we're all going to make it, and there was not a lot of toxicity in the space. We're talking like when Decod3rs was still in alpha art and still had they still had art with like boards bolted to their head, and art that wasn't dead god art yet, so they were still in their early days. I think there was a lot of FUD around Decod3rs back in this day. Famous Fox was probably the Famous Fox, and I want to say SMB were probably like close to being blue chips at the time. Well, SMB was always the original, I think. Yeah, and like we had what was the other one? MMC. I forget the name.
Meerkat.
Yeah, the Meerkats. They were one of the early projects that were very nice to have. But yeah, I whaled into NFTs coming from, like I said, crypto. I cashed out on the bull market, and I did very well last bull market. So I went back to NFTs because I was bored. I didn't know what to do with the money I took out of my crypto. So I was like, what do I invest in now? And I was like, what are these? Oh, cool. NFTs. Let's check this out.
Let's go.
And yeah, so I've always whaled in the project. So it's kind of cool. And now I have a bigger whale as a teammate over here. my man Vin's over here has bigger bags than all of us. But yeah, I see Sack in there too, man. Great community too, man. We work side by side with them with Jelly. I love working with the guys from Stone Dave Crew.
I have to have them on the stream.
And Spardex, I actually minted a lot of the 101s in the Wastelander community. I actually still own 3 of the 5 heroes. I still have my robots. I still have my hockey gangs. So I still hold my Wastelanders. I know we sold the project was sold to Alika from Jelly and Cat, who were day one Wastelander holders. We sold the project to them to merge the community, and by sold, pretty much Vince gave them the project and all the funds that were left. So it wasn't like a sale where Vince made money. He actually gave the community to them, including the money that was left in the project. I think it was like close to like 200 soul. He gave it over to them to help them build their project and to try to bring some value to what was going on. But yeah, the I still have my Wastelanders. I won't burn them. They're gonna stay with me forever because that was like my first real project in the NFT space where I felt at home. It was my home community. It's where I met Ryan. It's where I met Risha. It's where I met Vince. It's where I met Epiphany. It's where I met a lot of the people you see in our community as the friends role. They're all people that I've known for such a long time, and I've learned so much from all these people. And now it's at the point where it's like cool, like it's awesome. I call them family. So yeah, I love the Wastelander family. Always be my fam.
Let's go. That's why, I expect you to mint like 200 decoders at 10 soul mint price, right?
Nah, I mean, this mint is for you guys. I'm here to make sure this project does well. We get the right community. I'm gonna build this community so it's a solid community like we had at Wastelanders, where it feels like home. Where you're gonna come into the community at Decod3rs, and when you're not sure of what to do with something, oh man, I got this in my wallet. What do I do? You're gonna come to Decod3rs because there's gonna be someone like myself or Epiphany or Vince. They're gonna answer you, or Risha or Ryan, and they're gonna make sure that you're good. Like, hey, yo, don't worry about that. No. If you need, no, try this, do that, because that's the kind of people we are. Like, we want to help everybody. You know what I mean? So like, we want Decod3rs to feel like home to the people that want it to be their home.
Yeah, and now like we have 2 years of NFT experience, right? So like that changed everything. Like bro, like after the the last 2 years and like 1.5, whatever, 2 years, like I think we have a clear vision of like what people want, what's gonna make it like the arts appealing to the mass audience, like to the and of course like a floor price is always your best marketing stunt too. So like we have to pull some string here and there, talking to the right people at the right time to make sure like everything is sustained and like make sure like everything is going into the right direction. Like again, developing like the right partnership and shit like that to grow the community on the back of other communities, and then like people can do the same with our communities, because again, like the goal is like to having like collaboration like 24/7, and like them using us to sell their last announcement, and us to have like even exposed to more people in the chat and the stream, etc. Like all of that makes so much sense. And like again, seeing Elio working on this paywall for Web3, and like being able to offering a service where you can like again like make a Web3 paywall to a stream or a video. Like this content creation economy in Web3 is under deserved, and like building that kind of project right now in a bear market, like I don't know how long it's gonna take us like to the next bull run, but when we will be in the center of content creation during a bull market, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice. We are going to have all of the tools, all of the alignment, all of the sponsored, all of the connection network, cross-chain, multi-chain. It's gonna be we can't lose. I don't see a scenario when we lose, because no matter what, I'm going like I have my studio. Like that's it. That's close to my bedroom. Like that's it. I have two rooms in my apartment, an office and a bedroom. That's all I need. I can create content for the next 2 years, and that shit will take off. So we're not living. There's there's nothing to leave anyway. So like we're gonna keep building. It's gonna be so nice. I'm so excited of it.
Yeah, I'm just super thankful for everybody that's here. There's a lot of yous that have been here since we started. There's a lot of yous that just found us yesterday or the day before and flooded into the Discord from some alpha callouts. We're just thankful for all of you. And hopefully you guys see the vision we see. Hopefully you guys believe in our team. We're, like I said, the whole team, we have worked together for well over a year in many projects together. And like I said, building communities and just, just understanding the space and what the space wants. Like Vince was saying earlier, he knows what you guys want because he is a holder. Vince is a supporter. He has a collection that's unbelievable. He's the person that goes in and buys 30 or 40 of a collection when he's bullish. So he gets what those holders want, like the people that want to hold something of value. He understands that. So there our values in this space are very important to us, and this community and building this project out is pretty much a priority for everyone on the team, to the fact that we're full-time. Like I said, I'm every day I'm blessed that I can be on Web3. I can sit at my computer and be in Discord all day if I want to. In real life does constrict a lot of people, including some people from our team, to be able to do that, but it doesn't mean they're not working. They're always working in the background. Like I was saying with Ryan and Vipiphany and Risha, you might not see them that often in the server as much as you see myself or Vins, but they're working even harder than us, to the point that, they're doing things that are just, behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is where all the magic happens when it comes to these projects like this. The community building, that engagement, and there's networking. The networking is so big. And I'm just blessed to work with this team, and I hope you guys are you see the vision that we have here.
Yeah. And okay, so there's a couple of questions from Dustin. Like, how do you guys feel about Discord versus web apps? I don't understand the question because it's two different things. Like web apps, it's just like again, like for like decoders, expect like like Atlas 3 like app. Like I want to be blocksmiths in terms of like builders of the content creation. So we are going to build tools for content creators that are like today they are like exist in a way of form like in the industry, but we want to add like this Web3 layers. So it's gonna be either like with an extension that you can add on top of like a Web2 tools, or even like simple version of like a couple of like iteration. For example, you can imagine a Substack, but you pay a subscription in Sol, right? That kind of like tools make sense, because again, like as a YouTuber, like you have a lot of YouTubers asking for their emails to their followers, because they can even distribute the video, they can have monetize a newsletter, like produce like newsletters instead of video by itself, or even like taking the fucking script of their videos and like write it down as a newsletter and people read that shit instead of watching the video. It's another funnel. But like, why do you need to pay it with like a credit card when you have your Sol in your wallet, right? Or Views token in your wallet. So you pay in Views your subscription to a newsletter instead of watching a video. You still have the content in your email. You prefer that? Fine, cool. It's a business model. It works because like a shit ton of content creators right now are doing it. We can just copy paste that stuff, putting into Web3 industry, and then we have a banger. We can have again like private group and shit like that, and all of that already exists. The product market fit already exists because it's already happening right now on Web2, on again for content creators, etc. They all have that. We can have all of that with the cool PFP and SPL token. So that was about Discord and webpage. And another developer, where is it? Is there going to be a lot of developer focus as well? So I'm a developer myself. I need to go back to coding when I don't do a stream. Like obviously it's like time consuming, but we'll get there. Again, the app is like 90% ready. I just need to have like the Google verification to make sure everything works, so we can have access to your YouTube account from the app, and Google is happy about it in terms of security and stuff. We just need to have that. Then we can have the art reveal. based on that as soon as like the Google verification is done. Okay, so there is that. And yeah, so the first, as soon as we have minted and we have some fund from the mint, we are going to hire like an editor, because I need, like, I always like, I want more content on the channel. Like, again, right now I don't have the capacity to do like the production I want, which is like a stream, a recap of like 3 to 5 ideas that we have all discussed during the stream, like the key moments of the stream, and then like 3 to 5 shorts. Right now we are doing stream like 1 every day. I don't have like the bandwidth to edit those kind of videos and short for each stream all the time, but it needs to be done. So that's gonna be the first hire. If anyone want to help us right now with editing, feel free to DM me. Yeah, tag me first in the channel, because I don't accept like friend requests without any proper discussion before. But yeah, tag me in the general and like subscribers chat or like the followers chat, whatever. If you want to edit videos for us. And then a developer, because yeah, I will need like some help with development to make sure we produce more. So yeah, as soon as we mint, that's gonna be the first hiring from the community. I want to work with people in the community, because again, it's gonna be a community YouTube channel. I want to hire people that believe in the project and are like holders from day one. So that's gonna be come as soon as we mint. Will be auth with Google account. Yes, that's exactly that. That's the auth with Google account that I need to be verified by Google. Being in lately, great work. Thank you, Dustin. And it's gonna be better. Like the stream are shit right now compared to the stream in 6 months, bro. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna scale up my game. And I'm not saying that because of the guests. Guests are great. I'm just shitty. I'm shittier than I'm way better than I was like in December, and I'm way shittier than I will be in June, bro.
Yeah, that what he's saying is there's going to be growth. He's going to grow.
That's what I want to say. Yeah, it's going to be growth.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You know, when we started this channel, you know, we were experimenting. We were like, what works, what doesn't work. We went through 17 different softwares to find one that was stable enough to host the show and didn't crash. And if you go through some of the old videos, you're going to see some technical difficulties. You're going to see parts where the mic drops out. You're going to see some static. You know, so it happens. You know, like our first video we did, I had problems with my mic. You know, so yeah, right. So it happens, you know. That's the crazy part about doing things live. Like we plan for it, but when we push the button to go live, anything can happen. You know.
And honestly, it's fine, man. Like like I lost the mic for 2 minutes with like hey wallet. It's fine. Like I just change the battery, then the mic is back, and then that's it. Like it doesn't kill the whole vibe. It make good shorts if I can produce shorts based on that. But yeah, like it's okay. Like one video chase the next one anyway, right? Kind of. So like yeah, if you have some shit in one video, then you don't have it. As long as you don't have the same shit show in the next one, it's cool. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the growth of the community, and you know, as we expand some more to get the first mint done, and to bring out the artwork and to see people's reaction to that and everything like that. So
yeah,
and I'm looking forward to a lot more of the shows. I'm looking forward to bringing back some of the guests we've already had on, along with some of the people coming up. I mean, maybe we can leak. We have a really dope show on Monday. Maybe you want to tell the crowd. I know you haven't leaked it yet. You haven't put it, but maybe this could just be a little alpha of what show we have on Monday.
Yeah. Shit, I was say which project did I tell you? Yeah, but how can I say it? Did they reveal? I don't think they revealed, right? Yeah, I don't think they revealed. Okay,
they haven't revealed yet.
It's a project you're seeing everywhere on the timeline right now, but they haven't revealed yet. That's cool.
And they're I'm looking at their project right now. They're doing extremely well.
They're in the 20s, right?
Yeah, 29 right now, and they
Fuck.
just minted. So we're gonna have their who are you having on from the team?
I
It's
don't know yet.
he's not gonna say. So
I
just
don't know.
take
I don't
that.
know. It's
But we
coming.
do have a nice little show on Monday with a pretty hype project that just launched. We'll just put it that way. So
Yeah.
so it should be cool to see that. And Vince, if you guys haven't seen any of the shows yet, when there's new projects or projects that Vince is very pumped about, he buys stuff live on stream, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes. Oh
He'll
shit.
he'll like just go crazy. So it's always fun to watch.
Yeah, and also like you can notice that we have like in the partner section, like so if you hold any project that we have collaborated with, you will see them popping a channel because you own them on Matrica. So yeah, if you see a new channel with a collection that is not on the channel yet, that means they should coming on the channel soon. So yeah, so right now I just changed the channel that I didn't assign correctly. There is 20 people that are gonna be in the next guest for next week. So yeah,
You
there is
added it. I
that.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and also this week we have Soul Decoder on Friday. I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yep.
If you guys don't know anything about Soul Decoder, really cool stuff that they got going on. And it's kind of funny how things happen in this space. Someone posted on Twitter that that we should have not stole our name from Soul Decoder, and
Yeah.
maybe Vince can tell you about the name of the coders and why we chose it. But Vince just calmly explained how we chose the name, and then Soul Decoder saw the post because he was tagged in, and he was like, "Hey, let me get on that show."
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
I know 100%. Okay, yeah. So like for the story about decoders, so obviously VPIF you're gonna like it, but it's like a D from Decod. It's like because I love Decod, right? I don't know if you know that, but yeah, I'm telling you that I love Decods. I'm a software engineer, so I'm also like a coder, and we are decoding the blockchain in a way by explaining like how it works. Okay, I never explained how blockchain works yet, but that could be a nice stream. But like, yeah, at least we want to decode like how the NFT world works by talking to founders. So there is that. Decod, software engineer, and like decoding the explaining to people at least not how it works, but at least how we think about the ecosystem, and then you can take it or leave it. You can build your own point of view, but at least you have like some ideas and like mindsets that you can take as an advice or counter advice to build your own investment thesis. Yeah, I know VPips that you love Decods too. Me too. Like I love that we love Decods.
No, we all love decoders. That's the
Let's
new thing.
go.
This is 2023. It's the year of the decoders.
Yeah.
But yeah, super thankful for everybody, and just also this week we also have our spaces tomorrow with Ash and from Divine Dogs, and it's not just Vittler and Ash talking. It's actually a panel of some of the best people in DeFi. So
Oh
if
yeah.
you know nothing about DeFi and you want to learn about DeFi, try to join in on that, and also join Divine Dogs, because they have some tools that will actually teach you how to trade DeFi and how to set up pools. That's free for just owning one of their NFTs, and it's really phenomenal stuff that they're doing over there. And just I'm all about education, and when you find a project that actually provides really good education in this space, it's awesome. So just definitely tap into that tomorrow if you want to know anything about DeFi. It is a weekly space. We do it every Thursday, and the first Friday of every month we do a live stream with Ash from DeFi, from Divine Dogs, and we talk about DeFi as well. So there's a lot of DeFi content if you guys are curious or just want to learn about it through this channel.
Exactly. Man, I think we have talked about everything, right? Like from the key points from the EMA and like all of the setup that we wanted to talk about, right? I think it's gonna be clear for everyone about the mint details and stuff. I need to make a short about like the mint details, but it could be cool.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe tomorrow you could just make a short and just kind of take everything we talked about in this video for the last 80 minutes and just smush it together into like 2 minutes.
Gonna be a short one, part one, part two.
Yeah. But again, you know, we're just like I said, all this info. Of course, you can ask us anytime in the Discord. We're available. You know, just let us know if you guys have any questions. We're here. You know, we're always going to be here. We're always active. There's always going to be somebody from the team around. So just ask questions if you have them. Let's build a solid community with Decoders. Let's look at the future. Let's build together. Let's you know, let's make this channel. It's like I said, this channel is as much your guys as it is ours. And if not more yours than it is ours. So just like any NFT project, you know, it's the community is what's going to own this. And so, you know, any suggestions you guys have, anything you see, just let us know. We're open. We're adults. We can talk. We like to discuss things. You know, if you have any ideas for shows, maybe you have an in with a founder from a project that you've been in for a while and they don't get a lot of exposure, but they're decent. Make the introduction to us. You know, maybe we'll have them on the show. We'll bring a little light as long as it meets our guidelines of what we look for in communities. Vince kind of touched on it earlier. You know, we want solid communities. We want solid founders, people that are actually doing something in the space, not just a project that needs some hype. You know, we're not trying to hype projects. We're trying to expand and work together with projects that are already out there doing something really good in this space and educate and bring that to light and let people know, because there's people out there that don't know about Blocksmiths and all the technology and the stuff they're building. There's a lot of people out there that don't know about Jellyco, that have no idea what Carlos and his team are up to and the stuff that they're building and how much it's doing for the space, because you don't know because you've never seen the project, you never heard about it. And you know, you just don't know about it. There's people out there even probably don't even know about Decods, believe it or not. There are probably some people that don't know about Decods. So that's what's important, you know, is to make sure that, you know, we're getting the word out and expanding the space. You know, let's make NFTs great again. Let's make the whole space less toxic.
Let's do that.
Yeah, make NFTs great again. I need to get me a hat that says that, you know. But
and like the last point that maybe we haven't talked about yet, like basically like the aspect, like the community aspect of like this community ownership. Like the vision that we have for that is basically organizing, like having a DAO, like again, like with like proposal and like the same like a true DAO, not a fucking group chat. Having proposal like that will define, for example, like what I have in mind is like the portion of the revenue that will be allocated to buy back the token on every quarter or something like that. Every 3 months, like we decide like with the community how much we need to buy back the token, or like not with the DAO, like not the next video next week, because that shit is not fast enough to have a vote about like the next topic. But for that video's topic, etc., on the Discord, you have a video suggestion forum where you can post all of the link and news and like topic that you want to have to see us like producing a video about. And then we can talk, having a stream, like etc. etc. So you can post your video suggestion on the DAO, and that's the way you are going to build this channel with us. And again, like if you are doing scripting, editing, any production step for a video, please tag me and let's talk, because we basically need more people to produce more content, because more content, more views, and then more views. So that's cool. Like everyone is happy with more views. So yeah, that's it, I think. And I wanted to talk about something else, but I forgot. So yeah, can do that next time.
There's always next stream, Vince. There's always next
stream.
Exactly. And you guys are going to see us. You're going to see Vince a lot, but you'll see the rest of the team more than most projects. Like you'll see me a lot. You'll see Epiphany, she was on the show this morning. You'll see Ryan and Risha at some of our monthly recaps. We do a monthly recap of the whole team. As long as we can get the schedule together where we all can be on them, we try as hard as we can to be on them. So, you know, that's another thing too. You're going to see our faces. We're not just going to be a bunch of words behind a JPEG in a Discord server. You know, hopefully you guys get to know us, and you know, you feel like you know us to the point that, you know, hey, you're part of the family now. You know, like you know, we're not just some JPEG dancing around. Like, hey, look, that guy's a monkey. Hey, look, he's a DGod. It's good to put a face to the people that you're talking to daily. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, do you have any question in the chat before we wrap it up, or even on Discord? I think we clean everything, right?
Yeah, I just went through the Discord. I don't see any questions in there in the AMA or anywhere. But again, we're always around. Ask away. Ask any questions. You know, we're in different time zones, but Vince, his sleep schedule is like it's like he lives where I live. He sleeps when I sleep, when he should be awake when I'm sleeping. But you know, and the same for everybody else. We have we're all around the area, but we're in different places, but kind of the same.
We are all living on the Decod3rs Discord, bro. My home is your home.
Yes, yes. Much love to everybody. We appreciate you guys, and
thank you so much. And yeah, we will see you on the Discord, and in followers, subscribe, OG channel. Enjoy. Thank you so much for coming up tonight. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't pressed the fucking subscribe button, because that will give you a whitelist. So please do. And I remember. Okay, that's too late. Should I?
No, it's not too late. Just spit it out.
Okay, yeah, it's true. Okay, so I wanted to do a reminder about like these banners, because I can also send the clip to the Blocksmith team. Basically, what Atlas3 is like a tool to manage collabs, right? So if you want, if you know a project founders that want to do a collab with us, we need to talk to him first. But like, he can send us again a collab on Atlas3. We are going to also create a collab for every project that are jumping on stream on this channel. And so like, everyone benefits from it. And again, you can see these banners. It's basically paid sponsor for every time we're doing it. Not this one, because I love Blocksmith, so I just do it because I love them. And that's it. But you will see more of that in the next stream. And that's it. Enjoy. Thank you so much, everyone, for the stream. It was a pleasure. We will see you on Discord, and have a good night. Cheers, man. Thank you, Jass.
See you guys. Thanks.
Bye.